Gold Squad TV. So Bradley Beal opted out a few days ago to get wrist surgery, and he has an opt out clause going into free agency possibly this summer. Now, I've been up and down on Beal. One end, I didn't want to get Bradley Beal, but was going to be at risk of losing Jaylen Brown. But now it looks like Bradley Beal might be able to come as a free agent. Now, here's my problem. Bradley Beal has not played very well this year. He's showing signs of aging. Um, I mean, he's never really, he's always going to be able to score, but he's not scoring at the level that you really expect from Bradley Beal. And you really don't need him to score like that in Boston, but I'm kind of wondering, man, should the Celtics really take their. We've been burned by big contracts. We've been burned by big contracts. And Gordon Hayward contract burned. Kyrie Irving, even though we traded for him, we ended up getting burned on the back end of that. Kemba Walker. Much as I love Kemba, it didn't work out because of his knees. The Gordon Hayward one's really the one that kind of sticks out to me. Bradley Beal is going to be 29 years old. He's hitting almost 30 years old. In NBA years, not everybody's LeBron James. LeBron is the exception to the rule. Steph Curry is the exception to the rule. Most of those guys, once they hit 30, you start seeing the fall off. You might have that one great season, and then 30, 31. When you're a fringe superstar, Beal, I would say Beal's not a superstar. I think he's a star. When you're a fringe star, you know what I mean? When you're a fringe star like that, it kind of like tells you everything you really need to know. Once you get to a certain age, you're probably going to become more of a role player. And on this team, you got to think about it. If we got Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the two guys, Robert Williams really being your third star because when he's healthy, he plays like one. May not put the points up, but he does everything else. And then you got a guy, Derek White, that comes off the bench and gives you 15, 16 off the bench. Um, do you really need Bradley Beal to be 25 point per game, Bradley Beal? No. I will say this. I think the only way the Celtics sign Bradley Beal is if Bradley Beal is willing to take a pay cut. Do a LeBron James and Miami deal and take a pay cut. If you want to win so bad, I want to see how bad Bradley Beal wants to win. Because if it's all about the money, he's going to stay in Washington. Washington could give him all the money he wants. They'll sit there and say this whole loyalty thing, and that's cool too, but it's all about the money. Let's not get it fucked up. So if it's all about the money for Bradley Beal, then make it known that it's all about the money. Because if you don't want to take a pay cut to come to Boston to win, like right now, then we're not going to take a chance on you, pay you 141 or 118 or whatever ridiculous contract number there is, take up our cap space, not have any bench depth, which we really don't have bench depth, and then you know what I mean, and then you risk you getting hurt halfway to the season, you don't play up to par, or you have one good year, then the next year you're kind of ass, and then you start noticing the drop off. Like if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna pay 141 to like a Zach LaVine, and I don't even want. Honestly, Zach LaVine's not coming to Boston. Let's just get that clear. He's not coming to Boston. He's staying in Chicago. But if just say by some strange chance Zach LaVine thinks about coming to Boston, that would be the only guy I would give 141 to under that circumstance. I am not giving Bradley Beal 141, 118, nothing in the triple digits when it comes to the millions. I'm giving about 89, 88, maybe 80 million at best. If he wants to win, he takes a pay cut. That's all I have to say. All the great winners have done it. LeBron James did it. Obviously, Michael and Scotty did it back in a time where the money wasn't really as big in contracts. But LeBron did it, Bosh did it, Wade did it. I want to see if these guys are going to take pay cuts, man. LeBron did it the first time back in Cleveland. Want to see if these guys want to win. I want to see if Bradley Beal wants to win, or if it's just about him and his all-star nods and his scoring and like that. Because the Celtics we're thirsty for a title here, man. Like our ownership doesn't like to pay luxury tax, which sucks. Which I feel like Wick should sell the team if he doesn't want to pay luxury tax. But at the end of the day, you got to pay a player what he's worth. You don't want to pay a player based on his past production and then ignore what he's going to give you now and find out this dude's injured and he's all fucked up. His body's all wrecked and he's starting to age. He's starting to age rapidly. We got to get the best out of him quick, and then it makes him an untradeable contract. You don't want all those things. So if you're Boston, you got to think about that, man. Gold Squad TV, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think.